Advanced Nursing Practice Unit 1 Code of Ethics 5 Marks Introduction Code of Ethics serves as a self-regulation and a source of guidelines for individuals' behavior and responsibility. Ethics is the distinction between right and wrong, based on a body of knowledge, not just based on opinions. Definition of ethics. Ethics is a systematic study of what a person's conduct and actions should be with regard to self, other humans and environment. Ethics in nursing is a set of moral codes of professional behavior towards holistic care. The ethical code is a set of guidelines formulated by the members of profession with the help of specialists in the field of nursing, leaders, advocates, lawyers, at times members from the society. Definition of Code of Ethics. Code of Ethics can be defined as a system of rules and principles by which that profession is expected to regulate its members and demonstrate its responsibilities to the society. International Council of Nurses Code for Nurses 1993 has given following quotes to nurses. 1. The fundamental responsibility of a nurse is fourfold: to promote health, to prevent illness, to restore health, and to alleviate suffering. 2. The need for the nursing is universal. Inherent in nursing is respect for life, dignity and rights of man. It is unrestricted by consideration of nationality, race, color, creed, age and social structure. Purpose of Code of Ethics in Nursing. Standards for the behaviors of nurse. Provide general guidelines for nursing action in ethical dilemmas. It has to distinguish between right and wrong at a given time. Helps to correct decision. Helps in the uniform decision within the group's uses of Code of Ethics. Acknowledge the rightful place of individual in healthcare delivery system. Constitutes towards empowerment of individual to become responsible for the health and well-being. Contribute to quality care. Identify these obligations in practice, research and responsibilities. Inform the individuals, families, community and other professionals about expectation of ethical principle of Code of Ethics. 1. Ethical principle of respect. 2. Principle of autonomy. Autonomy means person's independence, self-determining action which allow patient to make decisions. It is the freedom of choice for accepting responsibility of one's choice. 3. Principle of beneficence, which means activity seeking benefits, promotion of good, the duty to balance between benefits and harm. It means that the action one takes should be in an effort to promote the good. 4. Principle of justice, which means each person has equal right to the liberty available to everyone. 5. Principle of veracity, which means the obligation to tell the truth, accurate reality-based information about the health status of patient. 6. Principle of fidelity, the duty to do what one has promised. It refers to keeping one's promises and commitment. 7. Principle of non-maleficence, it means that and should do not harm in terms of emotion or social as well as physical. Harm is defeating, setting back person's interest through invasive actions by another. 8. Principle of justice, all persons should be treated equally and fairly. 9. Principle of confidentiality, nurses should respect patient needs for privacy and use personal information about the patient only to improve care. Ethical dilemma of professional Code of Ethics. It occurs when there is a conflict between two or more ethical principles which occur due to differences in culture and religious belief. Here the nurse can make a choice between two alternatives that are equally unsatisfactory. International Code of Nursing Ethics. The fundamental responsibility of the nurse is folded, that is to promote health, to prevent illness, to restore health and to alleviate sufferings. 1. Nurses and people. 2. Nurses and practice. 3. Nursing profession. 4. Nurses and co-workers. 5. Nurses and society. Code of Ethics for nurses in India. Remember in points and explain in detail. 1. The nurse respects the uniqueness of individual and provision of care. 2. The nurse respects the rights of individuals as partners in care and help in making informed choice. 3. The nurse respects individual right to privacy, maintain confidentiality and share information judicially. 4. Nursing maintains competence in order to render quality nursing care. 5. The nurse is obliged to practice within a framework of ethical, professional and legal boundaries. 6. Nurse is obliged to work harmoniously with members of the health team. 7. Nurse combines to reciprocate the trust invested in nursing profession by society. 8. Takes appropriate action when subordinates use unethical conduct. 9. Uses a systemic approach to problem solving and decision making. 10. Clearly communicates expected ethical standards of behavior. 11. Actively advocates clients, subordinates and professionals